Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on when you're watching my video. I still want to talk about the neuroscience of addiction, but today's topic is going to focus on the anatomy of reward. Please make sure you subscribe so any of my video can easily be downloaded on your phone. So, what do you understand by the term reward? Reward is an English term, but I now call it reinforcing. The ability to reinforce is called reward. The ability to carry out a particular action that is rewarding or that gives you pleasure or happiness or joy is automatically regarded as rewarding activity or reinforcing activity. So they are mostly in the aspect of the positive enforcement aspect of reinforcers. So now I want to first of all talk about the anatomy of reward. There is no how you can talk about the anatomy of reward without figuring out the following structures in the limbic system as we have previously discussed. And what are these structures? One, you talk about the VTA, which is called the ventral tegmental area. Then we talk about the nucleus accumbens. Then we talk about the other areas known as the prefrontal cortex, more especially the orbital aspect of the prefrontal cortex also play a role in rewarding because it assists in carrying out any motivational or any motivating activity. It helps in motivating an individual to carry out any event that has been seen by the five sensory organs. So now, in this anatomy of reward, the focus aspect of it is one, the amygdala, the hippocampus, the nucleus accumbens, prefrontal cortex, and ventral tegmental area. Remember that the ventral tegmental area is found in the negrescensor pathway of the basal ganglia, which try to intercept between the lower, let me say the hindbrain, the midbrain, and the forebrain, because it has a link between the prefrontal cortex, that of the striatal aspect of the brain or the neurotransmitter known as the nucleus accumbens or nucleus striatum. So this aspect is very, very important with accumulation of dopamine. They are called dopaminergic pathway or the two receptor pathway. And now we have been able to talk about this. How does this, help for rewarding or reinforcing an individual to carry out a hedonic activity? Remember, I told you that addiction is a hedonic event or activity or breakage of hedonic response of an individual. That means carrying out a motivational or motivating event that interesting that particular individual. Remember, you cannot reward what is not painful. You reward what gives you pleasure and what gives you happiness or joy. So that is why when you're talking about addiction, you don't focus only on drugs. You can interspace addiction in different things because we can talk about addiction, we can group addiction into feelings and that of drugs. Yes, when you're talking about drugs, you can take it as cocaine, amphetamine, marijuana, methamphetamine, and mescaline. There are so many drugs that can be addicted, even nicotine. But when you're talking about the reward of feelings, we still have other things like romantic love, We still talk about trying to listening to music. You can be addicted to it. Hormones can be addicted to hormones. Expectation of a particular event can also be addicted to. Can also be addicted to inflicting punishment to individual. Can also be addicted to looking at a beautiful faces. You can be addicted to social cooperation. Can also be addicted to eating overdose or other junks. Now at this particular point, we have tried to group rewarding activities into two, which is into drug as a rewarding event or activities. We also try to group that of feelings. Then, but all of these try to have an anatomical structures that plays role in it, which is what the nucleus accumbens, the ventral tegmental area, the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, and the hippocampus. All these areas are areas that is concentrated with what one the nucleus accumbens and ventral tegmental area is known as dopaminergic pathway. They are concentrated with dopamine. Then whatever you do that give you happiness, there will be an upsurge of dopamine. That is why dopamine as a reward hormone or neurotransmitter, that is a neurotransmitter that is responsible for rewarding, it is figured out whenever anything that gives you joy occurs or whatever that is motivating try to occur, because what motivates you can also increase your dopamine, and hence you can now carry out that particular event. That is why the orbital aspect of the prefrontal cortex has been included in the addition. Then let me go straight to the point. We said that you can this area we mentioned helps in attention, the enhanced memory also, but they are also interested in emotional memory. Remember, amygdala is a structure that is responsible for emotional response in the limbic system, where the memory aspect of the limbic system, the structure responsible for it is the hippocampus. Then the what we call decision making and the types of focusing and attention which enhance that of learning is responsible in that aspect of what the prefrontal cortex. Then how does this take place? For instance, remember that emotional response are not only negative emotions, we also talk about the positive emotion. So in this environment, we are trying to tell you that this particular area that is being cited by that aspect of the orbital aspect of the prefrontal cortex try to remind the prefrontal cortex that my brother, you need this particular thing. And because of the feeling you have towards that, can now, if you have had that particular thing before, either a feeling or a drug, that particular thing now can now lead to tell, first of all, we remind the hippocampus, now it becomes the memory. And that memory now will now help the amygdala to give you the feelings, which it becomes an emotion for you to carry out that action. And only that alone can increase the upsurge of dopamine in the nucleus accumbens within the ventral tegmental area. And all this happens as a result of what? Sight or visibility of a particular event, or with the use of the ear, the nose, the skin, and the eye. Let me say the five sensory organs are responsible also in times of what? Rewarding or addiction. So this is just a short video I want to make about what we call the anatomy of what? Reward and anatomy of addition. Remember, addition is a reward. It occurs in the reward system, which is a system between the dopamine surge environment, which is the nucleus accumbens and prefrontal cortex. So I thank you all for listening very attentively, and make sure you play this tape always and always for you to know that there are so many structures in the limbic system in that of the brain that is responsible for addition, which is called the anatomy of reward. Thank you and God bless you. I remain your resource person, Wokike. Yes.